Hey guys, welcome back to another video. As you can probably tell by the title, this is going to be a question and answers kind of video. This is a very highly requested video as well, which is awesome. I did just post last night. I posted a Instagram story asking you guys what you want to know and what kind of questions that you had for me, and the response was huge. So cool. So I am going to do my best to get through as many as I possibly can without making this video too long. I did just want to mention as well, thank you so much for everybody that did take the time to reach out and ask me questions and want to get to know me a little bit more. I so appreciate you all and love you all so much. Yeah, so we'll get straight into it. I am just going to read off my phone throughout this video so I can go through everything that you guys sent me. The first question is, where are you from and what's my birthday? So I live in Australia, and at the moment, so I'm from Australia I should say, and I'm living on the Gold Coast. My birthday is in December. What camera equipment and software do you use to film? Love you, by the way. Love you too. Camera equipment that I'm using, I was using a Sony a6000 for a little while. When I did start my YouTube channel, I was just filming off my MacBook. So I have a MacBook Pro, and I was just literally using the webcam off there until I bought a camera. So my first camera was my Sony a6000, which I loved. It is more of a photography camera though, so I did update my camera probably 3 months ago now, and I'm using the Canon G7X at the moment as well. Other equipment that I use, I do have a ring light, so that's what I'm using at the moment. I have a couple of softbox lights as well, but I don't really tend to use them as much when I'm filming, because if I'm doing like a makeup tutorial, I'll definitely use them, but I just find the ring light is all that I really need. So that's all I kind of use. In terms of editing software, I was using iMovie for majority of my videos. I did recently just get Final Cut Pro, so I am in the mix of learning how to use it. So my videos will be a little bit more interesting and more interactive and that kind of thing. But if you are just starting out, I definitely highly recommend using iMovie. I just get it done really quickly, and it's really easy, and it is free as well. So yeah, some of these questions do get a little bit deep as well. So the next one is, what drove you to decide to do what you're doing? So basically, ever since I can remember, so I did start doing modeling and that kind of thing when I was about 5 or 6. I did it a little while with my sister, and then I stopped when I was about 10, I would say. And then I had a really big gap. And then when I was about 17, 18, I decided to do it a little bit again. So I did start, I went with a modeling agency for a little while, but then, I don't know, I guess I was a young teenager and I just wanted to kind of do my own thing and have some fun and that kind of thing. So I did fall off. And then when I was in high school, so it's a little bit of a story of why I'm doing what I'm doing. In high school is when I actually did start my YouTube channel. So I did mainly makeup videos. Some of you that still are subscribers may remember those back in the day, but I have always had a massive passion for being in front of the camera. It comes really natural to me, and I don't know, I just really love it. But I have always been involved in the fashion and the beauty industry since growing up, and it's just something that I've wanted to have a part of my career more long term. Yeah, and I think that there are a lot of people that do have a voice. Sometimes they're not really, in my opinion, I don't think that they're actually saying anything that can be constructive and that can actually help other people. So yeah, I think that is definitely my main reason for doing what I'm doing, like just inspiring people through fashion and through positivity and giving all that back to you guys, and just sharing my experiences and some of my tips that I have as well. So yeah, and I really love having chats with you guys when you reach out to me and send me messages, and yeah, it just makes it all so much more worth it. I hope that one answers that question a little bit for you guys. Okay, next question is, I would love to know everything: personal life, education, life in the Gold Coast, future plans. Okay, cool. I'm a very personal person. What I share on the internet it is obviously my life, but a lot of things I don't really like to share, just because I still want to have some of my life to myself to enjoy, that kind of thing. So that's a bit of a broad question, to be honest, so I might just move on. Education, so I went to a private school until I was in about year 9. Graduated in 2014. I didn't do an OP or anything like that, just because it wasn't really something that I wanted to do. I never really wanted to go to university, so I didn't find the need to do that. But when I finished school, I studied a diploma of specialist makeup. That one took me about a year and a little bit. And then I just started working and enjoying life, I guess, until it's found me where I am here now. Just really creating content and just starting to get my career going, which is super exciting. So life in the GC is pretty amazing. I live not very far away from the beach, which I'm so blessed about. I go to the beach all the time. I spend a lot of time with my friends and my family. I have such an amazing group of people that are around me now. I feel like it did take me a little while to get such a good close-knit group of friends around me. It did definitely take a little while. I think when growing up you just kind of want friends around you, but they're not real kind of friends. So I feel like the last year I have really narrowed down the kind of people that I want in my life, and I have really chosen them. And people that don't really add that much value to my life, I have stepped away from them a lot. Friends that are there for me 24/7. They'll go through the waves of life. I'm not really for friends that just pretend that they have everything together and everything's fine and, you know, like, good for them. That's so good for them. But my definition of a friend that's there for you when you really need them as well. So yeah, I'm very blessed to finally have that. Future plans is just keep doing what I'm doing. There's a couple of things that are in the development at the moment. Very big life-changing decisions. I'm not really ready to share that with you guys just yet, but it will be, yeah, there's a lot of emotion behind it at the moment because it's a very big life-changing decision. And I'm very excited but very nervous at the same time, if I'm being honest. So yeah, definitely keep an eye on social media, like my Instagram. So I do always link that down below, and it is in the description. My name is just here as well. So yeah, that will be announced, I guess, or I'll be sharing that with you guys very soon. Okay, next question. What is my favorite quote right now? Oh, I feel like I have so many quotes that I love. I guess at the moment, my favorite quote is, what is meant to happen will happen. Just trusting everything, leaving everything in the universe's hands, and what is meant for me will be mine. So that's kind of what I'm living by at the moment. Oh, okay. This question, I didn't really want to address it because, again, that's like my personal life. I don't really want to share it on the internet until I'm kind of ready. But I did get a lot of people asking me, but it's, am I single? No, I'm not single. How did you find your passion as a videographer? That's a good question. Like I said, I always have loved being in front of the camera. I think when I wanted to start my YouTube channel, I wanted to be different than everybody else. So when I picked up my camera, I just started playing around with it, I guess. And I really loved the kind of content that I was creating. So yeah, it just became something really simple, and the more I worked on it, the more content I got, and then the whole editing thing, putting everything together and seeing what I could actually produce and what I could actually make got me really excited. So I feel like it was definitely a trial and error. Like, I always have loved being in front of the camera and filming and that kind of thing, but it wasn't until I actually picked up the camera and started is when I really found my passion. So yeah. Thank you for that question. That's a good question too. What am I studying? So I am about to start studying another course. So at the moment, I'm just studying like a social media course at the moment, really just monetizing my YouTube channel as well as my Instagram. So I have been spending a lot of time studying that. I did pay for a course as well, so I have been really putting a lot of my time into that, but I am going to be studying a styling and personal shopping and fashion designing course as well really soon. That will probably start in the next couple of months. Yeah, I'm so excited for that. I feel like I'll be able to share so much more with you guys as well when I have the backing and I know a little bit more. I'm definitely someone that is very opinionated, and I'll be like, this is what I love in my opinion, like all that kind of thing. But I definitely want the backing to really know what I am talking about, especially when it comes to styling and fashion, because it's what I love to do and it's what I want to share with you guys, but I want to know what I'm talking about as well. Are you a brand ambassador for any brands at the moment? There are a couple of brands that I am working with quite closely at the moment. I have done a partnership with Luxe Fitness. I'm sure you guys would have seen that on my Instagram page and on my stories as well. So I was working quite closely with them for just a couple of campaigns. So yeah, as well as I also did a Body Blends coffee scrub campaign as well. And I've got a couple more in the works as well. So yeah, you have to stay tuned. Just with that as well, I did want to touch on all the products that I do mention on my stories and my Instagram. I do definitely give them a go, like I try them out before mentioning them to you guys. I definitely don't want to be someone that gets products and then doesn't use them and then promotes them to you. I want to know and really like them myself before I ever promote them to you guys as well. So a little bit of a disclaimer there for you. You guys are so sweet. So next question is, you're so beautiful and so fit. Thank you so much. How many days do you work out, and do you recommend any type of classes? So the gym has just opened up pretty recently. So at the moment, when I went back, I was just training. It's literally in this week that it's just opened, so I am still trying to find my feet with it again. Before the gym closed, I was training 5 times a week. 2 or 3 times, I should say, I was doing weights, and then the other days I was doing high intensity, so HIIT classes, which I absolutely loved. I was definitely in the best shape of my life when I was doing those HIIT classes and then weights every other day. But then with the restrictions coming in, I had to switch to a lot of home workouts. So I was still doing my HIIT classes, or I was just focusing on one body group at home, which was really hard. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the gym just has a different atmosphere. And yeah, so towards the end of the whole restrictions, I did definitely feel like I was falling off the bandwagon a little bit. I just started walking a lot until the gyms opened up. So I kind of stopped doing that probably 2 weeks before the gyms opened. I was just completely losing motivation, if I'm being honest. And I just wanted the gyms to open so I could kind of get my normal routine back. So since the gyms have opened, I went and trained 3 weight classes. So I did back, shoulders and buys for one, and then I did legs, so I did like deadlifts and squats and that kind of thing. And honestly, I have never been that sore. Like probably since I started training, I have not been that sore. I think when you have literally 3 months off and then you go straight back into weight training, it's really painful. So I'm just trying to ease myself back into that and get back to where I was. Yeah, when I do, I will be probably doing weights 2 to 3 times a week, and then I will be doing my HIIT classes every other week as well. So yeah, so I definitely recommend doing HIIT classes, especially if you are a female. Cardio is definitely something that we need to be doing. I feel like girls do need to train a lot different to guys, and you just work out what works for you as well. When I did start in the gym, I was only doing weights, but it wasn't getting me the outcome that I wanted, so I did change that up a little bit. And yeah, now I feel like I finally found a bit of a routine. I really love your hair. I'd like to know your hair routine. Okay, I did actually film a video on my hair routine, so I will link it in the description box below for you guys. But basically, I actually just cut my hair, so it is a little bit shorter than what it usually is, but it's so much more healthy. So what I do is, depending on what my hair is kind of needing, I will actually put like a Olaplex or just like a high intensity mask in my hair. So I'll leave that in for maybe an hour to half an hour before I jump in the shower and wash it out. Then I do 2 shampoos and a conditioner, and then I will put like an oil or something like that through afterwards as well. I wash my hair once a week, so that might be a little bit gross to some people. It definitely used to be for me. I used to wash my hair every 3 days, and which was fine, but it just strips a lot of your natural oils out of your hair. So the longer you actually have your natural oils in your hair, the better your scalp is and the longer your hair kind of grows. So it's definitely a bit of a tip for you guys. Also, trim your hair regularly. So whenever you start to get dead ends, cut it off. I know that it might be, like I cut probably that much off my hair, which is a lot, but that's how much needed to come off. So now it'll grow a lot more healthier when it does grow longer. So, you know, it is hair, it grows back, it's not a big deal. The more you look after it, obviously you don't have to cut that much off, but I hadn't cut my hair, I should say, in quite some time, so it needed a bit of a chop. So yeah. What is your favorite perfume? So I have 2 that I absolutely love. The first one is Flower Bomb by Victorinox. It is very expensive, but I just love it so much. So that is definitely the first one. And the second perfume is called Kenzo World. So it's like a boat kind of, but it's so delicious as well. So those are definitely my two go-to perfumes. Okay, how would you define your style? This is a really good question. How would I define my style? Very neutral color tones. So I love like sand, tanned, browns, nudes, whites, greys, blacks. All those kind of colors is definitely my style. I love the simple looks as well. So the stuff that's, you just have to put like a pair of jeans on and like a top and then just like a nice jacket or a blazer or some shoes and a bag. Like simple but still really elegant and beautiful. How did you decide to start making YouTube videos? I feel like I did kind of already touch on this a little bit earlier. You look so fit and healthy. You guys are so amazing. Can you share with us what you eat to stay looking really good? Oh, you guys are so nice. With my diet, I didn't really care for ages, so I used to eat quite a lot of carbs and a lot of meat and everything like that. But since, I guess, moving out of home and finding my own kind of rhythm of what I like and what makes me feel good, I'm definitely someone that follows and listens to my body a lot. So in every aspect of my life, I listen to my body and what it kind of needs. There was a couple things that I just wanted to do some research on. Just started learning about foods and what is good for your body and what you should kind of not eat so much of and that kind of thing as well. So I did watch a lot of documentaries, I did a lot of reading, and I did a lot of research before I made any of these decisions. But I did go vegetarian for about 1.5 years, and it was really, really hard. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it took me a lot longer to feel full as well, because when you do eat a lot of meat and a lot of carbs, it's a different full than when you're just eating veggies. I was just eating majority like roasted veggies and salads and that kind of thing, and it was really boring. I don't really know how I did it for that long, but I did. And then I kind of fell off, and I wanted I didn't really care for a while as well. And then I could really feel the difference in my body, and it wasn't in a good way at all. So then I did start to jump back majority on that train. So now I would definitely say that I'm not a vegetarian or a vegan. I will, if I go out and I want to eat meat or whatever, I'm not going to close that door for me. I'll eat whatever I want to eat, but majority of foods I will eat vegetarian, vegan kind of stuff. So I don't drink much dairy or cheese and that kind of thing. I have my almond milk, and I eat a lot of salads for lunch and that kind of thing as well. So yeah, I did do a what I eat in a day video, so it is down below for you guys as well. This is a good question actually. How do you overcome being judged from other people that think that they know you, and how do you stay so positive? Just gather my thoughts here for this one. I used to care a lot about what other people thought of me, and there was a lot of times that I didn't want to share my opinion, or I just kind of sheltered back and be quite shy because of that fear, and I wouldn't want to post certain things to social media. And yeah, I was just so scared of judgment. And I think that I had to realize that none of these people actually matter in my life. All these people that I'm scared of being judged by, they're not actually in my life enough for me to care that much. You know, I feel like I had to change my mentality a lot on that, because the people that love me and the people that support me, the people that are there for me, they're the ones that want to see me do well. They're the ones that want to encourage me to do more things, and they're the only people that I really care about their opinion, if I'm being blunt. Everybody else, you can unfollow me if you don't want to see that kind of thing, and if you are judging me, then I don't really care. That's definitely coming from a place of love for myself as well. I think I definitely had to realize that all the people that I thought were judging me, or that were judging me, it's not their life as well. This is my life. This is what I want to be doing with my life. And yeah, if anyone's not okay with that, then just unfollow me. It's really not a big deal. And how do I stay so positive? I don't really know. I just think that it's a better way to live your life. It's very hard sometimes. Like, some days are a lot harder than others, obviously. Some days you have really good days, and some days You don't have so good days, and that's fine. You just feel the feels at the time and at the day. But yeah, I love all my positive quotes. And I think when a situation happens, you just need to look at it more in a positive light than in a negative light, because it's just a better way of feeling, it's a better way of living, it's a better way of looking at the world as well. This is turning into a very long video, but I've got a couple more, so if you're still with me, that's amazing. I love you. How tall are you, how much do you weigh, and how old are you? So I'm 5'9", which is about 175 centimeters. I don't actually own any scales because, I don't know, if I feel good, I feel good. If I don't, I don't. But I think I'm about 60 kilos, 62, around that kind of area. So yeah, I'm not very specific with that, but yeah. How old am I? I'm 23. I'll be 24 at the end of the year in December. Do you have a skincare routine? I do. So I did film a microdermabrasion vlog with you guys not that long ago. So I will link that one in the description box below for you guys as well. I get regular micros every month to 2 weeks. It just depending on where my skin is kind of at. And then whatever my person, I guess you could say, at Australian Skin Clinics tells me what my skin is kind of needing and what it's not needing. So I do cleanse both morning and night. I moisturize morning and night. I put a brightening serum on morning and night, and then I put a retinol on every other night as well. So that's my skincare routine at the moment, but again, it just depends on what I'm kind of needing. Alright, this will be the last question because I feel like this video is getting very, very long. How do you balance your everyday life with social media life? This is a really good question. I feel like you definitely need to find a schedule. So when I was working full-time, I hadn't actually started my YouTube channel just yet. I was definitely doing a lot of social media stuff on my Instagram to grow that as much as I possibly could. But then when I had to stop working, I made myself a schedule. So I was still working 5 days a week, but doing what I really want to do. So I did make a schedule. So I start at a certain time in the morning. I get all my filming done, all my admin stuff done, all my content done. I sort out all my emails. I do a lot of planning, all that kind of thing. And then I try and give myself like a time to finish, essentially, which is quite hard, especially when you are uploading in the afternoon, night time. So I feel like my days are quite long. But that's so fine. Like I'm trying to create something, I'm trying to build something, I'm trying to gain momentum, so I am so fine to put that much time and effort into it because I know that it will start to pay off. So yeah, it is definitely hard to balance. I think for me, I just make sure that I get all my work done. Everything, I've made deadlines for myself as well, so I have to get that done by that certain deadline. Otherwise, I'm not going to go to my friend's house. It can be hard to balance, especially when you do have people that are wanting to see you. You just have to make it a priority and make sure you get it all done, and then you'll go and see them. I think as well, it is really important to put your phone down and pick your life up as well. It is so easy to be so confined to your phone, to social media, and just live your life through that, which I don't believe in at all. I think that, you know, you post what you want to post, you just need to say what you need to say, reply to comments, all that kind of thing, but live your life as well. You know, it's important, and it makes you feel good and what you need to do for yourself as well. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. It was a lot longer than I kind of originally expected, but thank you so much for everybody that did send in questions for me to answer. I hope that I did answer them as best that I could. If I didn't, like I said, make sure you send me a message and I'm more than happy to answer them for you there. But yeah, I really appreciate everyone taking the time to send me messages, and I love it when you do send me requests, video requests that you want to see from me. It really does help when I am creating content, so I am putting stuff out that you guys want to see as well. So yeah, I do hope that you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.